And stay in your houses. Drive the rats in the tank area.
What the fuck is up, man? God damn, it's a manic Monday to the fullest extent of the law. Welcome to our little show we like to call Tracks of the Damned. And we got something a little different for you tonight. Everybody hates Mondays. Garfield said it best. I hate Mondays. So we thought we would make you fucking laugh your balls off. So if you are a black metal fan, you are definitely going to love this. If you know any other black metal fans that need a good laugh, yes, share it now. Get it out there. Kyler, what's up? Yep, it is a nice surprise. We're back on schedule. How about that? Hallelujah. So before we get into this fucking craziness, let's take a quick commercial break to our brothers over at Villain Arts Tattoos. Check it out. Oh, yes. The wonderful world of tattooing. If you are a fan and they are coming to your area, get your fucking ass over there to get some primo fucking art. Not only that, but there is a great performances as well as fun people like myself and my Dark Queen Mischief. So keep your eyes peeled for when we're going to be at the next one. All right. So we're going to get into this thing. Someone wants to say hello.
Hey, I'm at my
She was telling me she's probably gonna have a little fun with you tonight. We shall see. So the reason I don't know that we kind of came across this, besides the fact that we know that everybody is trying to get over the Monday shakes because everybody just hates them, myself included. So black metal is fantastic. It is a phenomenon, a lifestyle, very emotional, very strong, very driven, very dark, very satanic. But you know that there are always some bands out there, and Hoofbeast, I don't know if you've seen some of this, but some are just, they're trying so fucking hard, but it's so fucking bad.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen any of these?
Yeah, I watched a couple of them last night.
All right, well, let's kick it off with that. Shit, let's hear it.
I think one of the better ones is the first one. I think it's Abath running down the hill. And that is so not black metal also, to be running down the hill to make some big grand entrance. Like, that's so not black metal, in my opinion.
Kyler says, I love watching funny metal videos. I'm like, we got some doozies for you, because I found some other ones besides what I shared with you the other day. This is even better. So it's like, we're going to answer the question of what is it like when best black metal band is a nomination on a Grammy Award type show? We're going to answer that. What's it like to go to American Idol, but yet the person who's trying out is a black metal singer? We're going to answer that too. We're going to show you all of this cool fucking shit. So let's get ready. I'm going to go ahead and get the screen ready here. All right. There we go. Let me blow that up for you. Now, this comes to us from Loudwire. So this first act, like I said, some black metal bands, especially up-and-coming ones, learned that you don't always have to have a big budget to make a video. Check this one out. All right. So, I mean, I understand not like having a beer budget for a video, but I mean, is it really black metal to string your instruments up in the trees to look cool? And where's the drummer? Where does he exist? Is he even around?
I think they were trying to be like the Blair Witch trial, and those were little satanic spirit charms or something.
I guess maybe. My favorite part was dude is trying to look evil as fuck, and he's covered by like a few leaves with just his head exposed, and he's, you know, obviously doing his best to look as super fucking scary as possible, but it's broad fucking daylight out.
Yes, absolutely. I mean,
it's like that doesn't work. You need to be in the darkness with like a little bit of light showing on you.
Did they fail to ever watch one of the most famous black metal videos ever? And it's really good. Satiricon's Mother North. That's really, it's totally in the woods, but it's at fucking nighttime. It looks like it's cold as a witch's teeth. It's a really good video, and the song is amazing.
Nice. Kyler says, we don't need no stinking dumbs. We use the forest. With the little drum fairy. Now, this next one teaches us what not to do when you're on stage, and that is being piss fucking drunk. And this is a perfect example of why you don't do that.
Oh, shit.
Show us your Johnny John! Nice tits!
And it caps it all off with nice tits. I mean, first of all, what got into this dude's brain to be shirtless out there? You're in front. Obviously, you're fucking hammered. Your voice sucks. And spandex.
Yeah, and the spandex is halfway down his ass. And
oh shit!
He's doing all that.
Mischief says, was totally the noise he just made.
And he's doing that with a 1-pack. He's trying to show off his sexiness with a 1-pack.
Are you sure it wasn't like a fucking case pack? I
Like
mean, he's carrying around a fucking keg. That's what he's carrying. Jesus.
That's a tumor pack.
So this next person, you know, Satan love him. He thinks that he can get on to, I think, what is either a Swedish, some European version of American Idol. And let me tell you, these judges were not ready for this. So let's cheer him on just a little bit. He's actually not half bad.
I have opened my veins, cursed by bloody grave. And the shadow of death, the reaper brought the tales of past. I can learn to hear the names of thy creator.
I love the breath at the very end.
Did you?
Well,
hey, what's up, Brad? Welcome to the show. He says, "You're my Monday completion." I guess so. Welcome. We're doing the funniest moments in black metal, and that one is funny not because of the dude, because I mean, you know, I mean, Hoofbeast, you're a black metal vocalist. You got to take some air, and sometimes you get some of that. You know what I mean? You got to get that, get your bearings back, I guess, you know?
Yeah, no, he overextended himself. He probably had nerves, because when you're really nervous, you can like have some spasms and stuff in your throat, and that can.
You saw the look on those judges' faces. He's probably shitting his pants right then and there. O-ring turned into a blooming onion. That's what happened. I mean, and he was actually pretty good, in my opinion.
He's got a good sound. He just needs to know how to deliver a little better with as far as breathing goes. He needs to breathe better.
Oh, no doubt.
His sound really, really tough.
Yeah, and to do all that without any music, because as you know, when these vocalists are trying to get on to these shows, you know, in hopes that somebody notices them or a band wants them or something, you know. Oh, fuck. Kyler says, blooming onion sounds good. Well, I mean, if you want to eat his ass, I'm sure there's a spoon around. Anyway. But, you know, like I said, you know, all those singers have to do it with no music. You just have to fucking do it and hope that they like your voice.
Well, his issue is very likely that he doesn't know how to sing. So he doesn't understand melody. He doesn't have any dynamic, because everything was barked out the same way.
For sure. Welcome, Paul, to the show. He says, should have worn his brown pants. Okay, now I feel better about Kyler. Kyler was referring to the Outback restaurant.
I thought he was talking about Outback.
Oh, okay. Because when I made the comment, I was talking about him fucking straining so hard that he pops his fucking O-ring out.
Yeah.
Now, this next one, I don't know. This is obviously a very, very indie black metal band. I just don't even know what to say. I want to hear all the comments from the comment section after you see this next portion, because I saw it and literally said, what the fuck am I looking at?
Your body on you. Your son will cleanse in the fire, in the blood of 1,000 virgins. From the cannon shock, I summon thee!
Oh my goodness. So somebody tell me, what the hell did we just see? I want to get your honest opinion, Hoof Beast. I gotta know.
Well, I think the one guy that must have been his side gig from Game of Thrones. You know, Arya Stark was riding with. That's the baker and the cook. That's what I thought of. I mean, the wilderness looked about the same, but what the hell was the computer monitor doing out there with arms? That is
I actually
so
had
fucked.
to take a double look at that.
That was so fucked up that it's actually a little curious. Most thought provoking out of all of them, because I'm like wondering, what the hell were they thinking? What are they trying to communicate?
I don't know. I mean, John says D&D gone wrong. Paul says Lord Giganticus. I mean, that poor guy, I just don't even know. He must work at McDonald's over there or something.
Well, and
he's trying to keep up with the rest of them, and he's got the most elaborate cosplay on. And I'm just sitting here going, man, he's got to be out of breath.
he needed a 10-step head start from everybody else to keep up.
And I do believe there was something about 1,000 virgins, Kyler. Or wait, no, Mischief said that. I think there was something in there about that. It's obviously some kind of a sacrificial song, but man, when your video fails to convey what the fuck you're trying to say visually, you have totally just shit the bed.
Well, I'm glad that whomever is the director of that is not creating directions for assembling furniture, because I would have no clue. Like, I think I go to assemble furnitures or put some machine together, I'm like, this person is clueless. They're assuming that we understand all kinds of gaps, and I can't follow this step by step. Might as well just fuck it and figure it out myself.
Oh my God, Skylar says, what the actual fuck did I just watch? Why is Cartman and the rest of them playing in the woods? That's right. That's what happens when South Park goes black metal. And then, oh, for hell. John says the tree yelled, get off me, fat ass.
Well,
I love it. So now this next one is actually from a band that's kind of notable, which is Immortal. So
boy.
let's see what the hell happened in this train wreck of fuck salad. Let's check it out. So my favorite part of this whole fucking video is the fact that every time they make an action, they must follow it up with. Is that like called the power face stance or something?
These are so bad. I mean, who in the hell was their art teacher? Oh, dear. They have no idea how to convey meaning in something, or how to tell a story visually at all. I've never seen that one before. That's from their first album, though. and I like the vocals on their first album because Abath's frog croaking came after that. I really don't like his frog croaking now. That's what most people call his vocals now.
Oh shit. Mischief says they're trying to intimidate us. I don't think it worked. Especially with the my grandmother knitted me a witch hat. I kind of got a hocus pocus vibe.
It just shows how most of them are just fucking posers as far as like thinking about like how to scare us. I think
Right.
physically they can do all right, but visually they're fucking clueless.
I mean, every black metal, fan knows that, darkness is always going to be your best friend.
Absolutely.
And I have to agree with Kyler on this. He says the daytime is too dark. Get the torches. So exactly, they're shooting this in the daylight, and you think, the blowing of the fire was cool, but I don't know what it symbolized, why it was even there in the first place. Would have looked better in the darkness. Just saying. I think this is what happens when your indie label says, sure, go ahead, do what you want.
Good gosh.
I don't have a budget for you. So, oh no. Paul says, I hope a bath rolling down the hill makes the list. It's just hilarious. As a matter of fact, we have it. So we will be checking that out soon enough.
That, to me, the biggest belly laugh.
Mischief says, don't bring Gran into this. I'm sorry, but that hat was hit. Oh, come on. All right. So again, here is another hilarious moment in black metal history. And this is when a kid is terrified of frost on an airplane. Dig this shit. It says, little kid terrified of Satyricon frost. I feel for this child. I really do. He doesn't quite know what to make of Frost at all.
Good God.
He's like totally quaking in his booties, and he's looking around, looking for help. Help get me out of this seat next to Frost. Was he high? Was he acting? Was he trying to look badass? Or is that just his normal resting bitch face?
I think he was probably pissed because he had somebody having a camera in his face.
And that's one of the things I thought as well. Oh, Tyler, I love you. He says, Mom, I see dead people. I feel that. Go ahead.
Watch Satyricon. I forget where they're playing with the symphony orchestra. I think it's from like 2014, and you can watch Frost play drums. He's one of the most entertaining drummers ever. First, the guy has like 3% body fat, absolute 6 or 8 pack, and I like how he does his makeup. He does fucking tornado head banging like the whole fucking time or half the time while he's playing. He's he's my favorite drummer to watch. He's so damn good.
I can kind of I've been known to do the like this, but if I full on fucking tornado whip my head, I will fall off my stool. I tried it once. I learned my lesson. Thank fuck it was in a practice room and not the stage. Yeah, some people, I don't know how they don't, like the dizzy part just doesn't hit them. But I must have, I don't know, either my brain's smaller than my egghead, or I don't know, but it gets rattled enough that suddenly I'm in a circle trying to walk and I fall down like a fainting goat.
Oh, look. Frost looks like he's probably in his 30s in that. So that would have to be like early 2000 before we had phones or cameras, decent cameras on our phones. Because like smartphones didn't come out until about 2010, 2011. And so I bet they had some kind of maybe handheld video recorder. That would be fucking annoying. If somebody was just videotaping me because I look like I belong in a morgue.
Right. Or is it one of his, crew people thinking it'd be funny that he can see this kid is like about to piss his pants and thought it'd be funny as an outtake?
Yeah,
because you can see how he switches from the boy over to Frost, back to the boy, and then Frost even closer. I'm sitting here thinking that's got to be some kind of funny joke they pulled on his ass.
Yeah, that.
I mean, that's the only thing that I could even think.
It looks like for the next video, we're going to Black Metal meets an island off of the Cook Islands in the deep South Pacific.
And do you know how to pronounce that name?
I can't read it right now.
Fadades.
Fods.
Fadades? I don't fucking know. But this shit is hilarious. Please join us in all of its hellaciousness glory. So this is what happens when Nikki Sixx of Motley Crue and Geddy Lee of Rush has a love child together. That's what the fuck you got.
That was perfect. I was going to say something like, Reaper, the next time you play live, or if we ever get to go out with Human the Hoof Beast and you're playing live, we're finding you that drunk Nikki Sixx wig, and you're wearing that fucking thing.
Oh my! What made this guy think that is a black metal look?
Oh, and what made him think that he can do black metal vocals? That was hellacious. That was
oh man! No, he couldn't hold a scream out or a note for like even a millisecond. It just constantly sounded like he's sucking air.
Yeah, after he took his first big breath, he didn't relax anymore, and he had like no distortion. Wow, that was cheesy.
He sure tongued the hell out of that blade, though.
Yeah. My gosh.
Paul says, Nikki Sixx got a new gig. Yes, women don't want him anymore, so now he's using inanimate objects for his pleasure. Mischief says, I was expecting it to meow for sure. Shit. If that was a cat, shoot it. Or put it out of its misery. Oh, his wig? Oh. So apparently she thought the wig would meow at some point. And I thought maybe a Muppet or two might come out of there. Just speculating.
I agree. He is very Muppet-like, but also it reminds me of those chickens that have just those straight kind of feathers in a flat head. And his Geddy Lee nose is very chicken-like as well.
And
Oh.
I was wondering, all of these facial expressions he would make after spewing out what sounds like a word or two, if it was going to like suddenly freeze there, or Man of a Thousand Faces, and all of them just looked like he was. Whew, I don't know who he thought he was impressing, but he sure as shit didn't impress us. So Kyler says, put that tongue back in your mouth. I agree. We don't want to see that shit. Nobody cares about you. Your band isn't even in the video, and you did this with the worst green screening I literally have ever seen. So nice try, Fadades, whatever your fucking name is.
And that wasn't evil at all either. That was not
evil
at all.
That was like a satanic prostitute who's so ugly and just trying to like woo someone to please fuck me.
Your first description, though, Nikki Sixx and Geddy Lee's love child, that was perfect.
I mean,
he looks a lot like.
Now, this next video, how many of us had those friends in high school when there was ever a talent show moment and they got a little band together and they want to show out for everybody? But for the most part, everybody watching you play is like, and then there's your 3 or 4 friends all the way to the corner going, this one's for you. Black metal at a school talent show. So, first of all, I wish we could have had worn beards like that in high school. That was against the rules. You weren't allowed to have no damn facial hair at all back when I was in high school. I'm like, shit, that motherfucker over there looked like Paul Bunyan on crack just came out of the woods. And then the other guitarist with the curly mop, I guess, he looked like he was having a straight conniption fit.
Oh my gosh. These are,
I mean, A for effort, right? They were heading in the right direction. So, yeah, I don't know.
I don't even know what to say about some of these. Now, the next one is already committing the crime of having his hair all chopped off at one length. That is so not metal. That is so Kurt Cobain.
For sure. This is hey, Kayla, what's up? Glad you could make it. We're looking at the most ridiculous moments in black metal history. Now, this next one, I'm still trying to figure out why this motherfucker is on this Spanish TV talk show. I mean, think of Ricky fucking Lake, okay? And suddenly he's asked to stand up and sing a little black metal for you. Check this out. It's fantastical.
Venga, canta.
Oye, ido con mi moto, la pierna me he roto. No quería ir al médico, déjala, tenía un poco. ¿Qué coño tengo en esta pierna? Creo que me la van a amputar. ¡Gangrena! Tengo gasolina. Muy bien.
Was he try? I mean, was he showing the fact that he is possessed? Is he possessed by something? And honestly, was he playing with himself or trying to emulate guitar playing? Your thoughts, human hoof beast.
I think King Diamond used red paint, and that worked because he was King Diamond. This kid, like, don't add red paint like that, like your eyes are bleeding red.
I mean, it was a nice touch. Like I said, if you were going for if you were going for some kind of like exorcist kind of a look, and you know, obviously the eyelids are blacked out, so at one point I couldn't tell if they were open or closed, but I mean, it looks cool. And honestly, could you imagine a million stay-at-home moms watching their talk show hosts and suddenly that comes on to the show? JD, what's up, brother? I don't know. Honestly, you know, that's a really great question. JD says, what's he doing? Putting a curse on everyone? I mean, first of all, it's in Spanish. So, I mean, unless you kind of understand Spanish, but he's not talking here. He's screaming it. So it kind of does sound like he's very unhappy or pissed off. Now, I did hear the word loco quite a bit, which means crazy. So I think that totally defines what exactly he was up to there.
Yeah. Jesus.
Now, you can obviously see the fools in our next video. The thumbnail alone, I think, says it all here. So I'm just going to go ahead and let it roll and see what our reactions are to this motherfucker right here, which is a band known by the name of Morbid Anal Fog. I'm dead. Whoa, Hulk Hogan showed up, everybody. What? Ah, oh my God. What the fuck did we just see?
My God.
And why did they suddenly do a Russian dance in the middle of it? I mean, is jumping out with your shirt off, revealing your horrible mangled body, somehow spooky if suddenly the camera cuts to you jumping from 2 feet over here into a dirt road? I'm sorry. If I was, you know, driving down the fucking road and that fat bastard jumped out, I would have probably just laughed and threw up at the same time.
Yeah, that crab Incredible Hulk.
Oh yeah, I'm like shit.
That's
The fucking black metal Hulk Hogan showed up.
This is what happens when young people or kids have no understanding of art or how to communicate an idea visually. And then on the other hand, there's so many of these posers that are getting on there trying to be a black metal vocalist, and they have nothing dynamic in their delivery at all. Yeah, change the cadence up, do a couple like quick da 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 da, and then hold a note and yeah, like really long one. No, nothing dynamic. Everything is just I'm gonna bark, 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 bark.
I mean, shit. Literally, you know, if they would have at least had decent music, that would have saved the atrocity that we just watched. And the only guy wearing forearm spikes looked like a Down syndrome Edward Scissorhands. He's literally
Yes.
going
Yeah.
like this. And I'm just sitting here going, dude, that's what you think is cool? I mean, you have so much inspiration,
He was
you
doing
know,
the,
to pull from, and that's what you get out of it.
he was being a T-Rex.
Absolutely. First of all, Paul says, Babushka.
Babushka.
And Kayla says, wait, that was music. Now
that one-
next. Oh, go
that-
ahead. My
that
bad.
one, like Baba Yaga. For those of you that don't know, all Russian children and now Kazakh and kids from Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, they, now that the Russians have shared their culture for the last about 100 years, now they all know about Baba Yaga, and Baba Yaga is fucking scary.
For sure.
They all have books. Yeah, that reminded me of Baba Yaga.
That is the one true boogeyman. If there was ever a deity to fit that particular phrase.
Yeah.
I did a little research on that myself. No thanks. Don't show up at my door. Now, we have long awaited for Abath's triumphant return in a solo project after leaving Immortal, and this is what happened.
Oh God, this is so funny.
So funny that I had to watch it like 6 times.
Me too. His
I'm
eyes,
like, this is his defining moment, and wow,
and
that
his
was
eyes
just
like that when he's running down the hill.
there we go. Hang on. There we go. Let's try that again. Hang on. So what we're seeing here is, shoot. Hang on. There we go. Here he comes, and shit. But nothing can keep Abath down. And as you can see there, everyone still cheered his ass on. Like, they thought it was cool. It's like, oh man, I mean, he was running full. Yes. Kayla is dying after seeing this. You know, if I was in the front row and saw Abath's big ass, now mind you, he doesn't wear tennis shoes. He's wearing big clonking fucking combat boots. So he's running down this. I think he misjudged the hill. Maybe he thought that his gravity or beer gut could just go down in a slant and still be fine. No, he fucking butchered it. And I guarantee you that base hitting him in the belly had to fucking hurt. Why would he even think to do this in the first place?
We're seeing a trend now to where so many of these terrible videos are being shot during the day. Like,
yeah, not very black metal.
Like, that was really stupid to be making your grand entrance by running down a big long hill. Like, Abath, that's flippin' cheesy. I would so much rather have a wall of dry ice, and as he's about to enter his vocals, his head pokes through the cloud of dry ice, and he puts his head on the vocals and starts croaking like a frog.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That was so cheesy. It was Swiss cheese with a side of cheddar a little bit of Limburger on the way because he probably shit his pants when he hit the ground, and then probably some
From
Gouda and some Colby Jack.
no, and Fromunda cheese.
Let's check out a couple more of these bad boys. But by far, that was the best moment ever.
Well, Abath is a recovering alcoholic.
He is.
Yeah.
Yes. He kind of wrote the book on alcoholism. It's surprising that he didn't die. So, I know what we should do. So, we talked about, well, first of all, is this very black metal? The founder and Mayhem guitarist is an insanely funny guy who often works his sense of humor into his dark art. But for some reason, hold on. Not sure why it's not showing. Shit. Hold on. Let me just redo this because sometimes these stupid ass sites have a lot of cookies and shit. So let me see if I can find it. No. Looks like we have to watch it via Instagram. Anyways, so we're talking about the founding member of Instagram, or not Instagram, of Mayhem. And dude is so super fucking proud of his favorite shoe wear. So every day he feels the need to display his pink Crocs.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
With all sorts of assorted jewels on them, if you will. There is a current trend of Croc charms. As a matter of fact, I sell horror-inspired ones at the store. I don't wear Crocs, but if I did, and if I was in a very famous black metal band, the last fucking thing I would have done was wear a pair of pink ones. You can't tell me that's not crazy. What do you think of that?
Somebody wants attention.
Well, why would he want to get that kind of attention, though?
He thinks he's avant-garde. And it's kind of intellectual, not really creative.
So, oh, shit, we got a lot of comments here. Never mind. That was everyone's still talking about the famous Abath tumble and roll. JD says, I was waiting for the bass neck to come up and slap him in the face. I actually am placing bets that it probably did catch him on the chin, probably just a little bit. Kayla says, let's get ready to tumble. Paul says, momentum took him. I agree. I mean, he was running with his bass, probably full of fucking Jack Daniels at that point. And JD says that's a technical foul. Oh, shit. So I'm trying to find this one's great. So there's a name called Beharit, and this particular video is Beharit at a mall. It says, nothing could be better than this pioneering group that was formed in Lapland in 1989. So 1989's fashion, and in this particular snippet, it's a very young version of Beharit competing in a Battle of the Bands contest in the summer of 1990 in Rovan, something or other. Can't really say that name because I just don't know. So here is this pioneering black metal band performing for, you guessed it, the crowd at the mall. So, mind you, they got to be what, 16 years old there?
Yeah, if that.
If that. Now, I don't know. Is it just ingrained in that neck of the woods? I'm assuming somewhere in Scandinavia this took place. I'm not too familiar with Beharit as a band. But how are you gonna sit there and be a drummer wearing a fucking Slayer t-shirt and sucking that bad? Shame on you. I mean, you got to give it up for them a little bit. I mean, they were obviously the youth of that time, and trying to convey their artistic, black metal at that time was basically just getting its start, right?
Yeah.
Right around that time.
Right.
So it's like the look on the crowd was fucking priceless. You have all these fucking I mean, they look, modern day soccer moms, whatever, just fucking like laughing. You see some of the girls probably their age sitting there like trying to turn their head. They're like, no thanks, nope. And it's as though the bass player was just lifeless. What the hell happened there?
Well, I would say half of all bass players are lifeless.
Nah, you see, that's sad. You got to be excited about what you do.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's okay, JD. I understand. His phone keeps booting him off. I feel that. Technical difficulties. For sure. John says, was they trying to be out to be the mall elevator music? I sincerely doubt it. They were trying to win a battle of the bands. So it's no wonder that they didn't even come out in face paint. Or was that not really the thing yet?
Well, if they were into all the fanzines that were going around at that time, they had to have been exposed, because Euronymous was doing it in like 1988, maybe even 87. Tom G. Warrior had been doing it for years before that. And then you had The King. The King definitely inspired black metal artists.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So it's like, I bet you their mom was like, if you embarrass me by putting on that fucking makeup, I'm going to kill you when you get home. Oh, goodness. JD says, they have my vote for worst drummer. I mean, he was trying to skank it up, but unfortunately, his time was like this. 1 minute he'd be on, the next minute he wasn't. Oh, well, they tried. So somewhere, somehow, some way, There is an award, or no, actually, we'll go with this one first. This video had me dying so bad that I wanted to make sure that we saw it. So it's called Kim Carlson Recording Vocals. Is our hero for co-founding the legendary DSBM band Life Lover. Life Lover's content may deal with mortal sin, but Kim proves the lover of life's not a sinner. Kim has a pretty unusual party girl style of dancing, not very fucking evil, which you can observe in multiple clips. In one incredible video, Kim takes the stage at Devilstone Open Air. I don't even know what he's wearing. I don't know what an onscapt is. Something scary, obviously. At the beginning, Kim manages to hold his crotch, the mic, and a cigarette. This man needs an award. So he's apparently ridiculously fucking weird. So here is a video of him recording vocals.
The glorious moments, my body will flow. Yes, colors. With my eyes wide open. True. Universe. My soul.
I can't even play the whole thing. What in the fuck was that?
Yep, I watched that one too. Terrible fucking vocals. My God.
Those are vocals?
Oh my God. Awful. He's got to be going through a processor or something with super heavy distortion.
Mischief for the win on comments. Sounds like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Sure, if he had a motherfucking, broom handle stuck up his ass. Because I understand that some vocalists like really get into what they do, especially if it's like extreme music. I mean, there's no way you can just stand there. This guy is like looming into the mic. I'm waiting for him to literally deep throat this mic by accident and get it stuck in his throat. He kind of looks possessed, gotta say. I mean, obviously horrible fucking singer, but people seem to love this guy.
I'm just speechless on this guy. That's fucking awful. It reminds me a little bit of Gorgut's vocals from, I think, 1998 on the Obscura album, because he kind of did that type of stuff, but that was supposed to be like death metal.
Right. But he actually sounded better than this guy, though.
Yeah. This guy sounds like he's just hoarse from screaming. He can't scream anymore.
No, he literally can't do shit. He can barely get a fucking word out.
And he must.
Kayla says that last mystery broke his sanity. I love it. I don't know, folks. I love performance artists, but this guy, he's in the wrong band. Shouldn't even be in one, if you ask me. Just my opinion. So it looks like we got time for one more. And let's see, which one do we want to do? Because there's some real interesting ones. But this one, by far, this is what happens when the Covenant wins an award at what is probably like a Grammy Awards.
Yeah, I think they said
Kind
it
of thing.
like a Norwegian Grammy Award, something like that.
Right. Who would have thought that there would be, now this will kill you. It's for best black metal artist, right? But guess what they call the category?
I don't remember.
Best hard rock.
Yeah, the guy.
So you see everybody out in the crowd, just all well dressed. Not sure who the guy in the biker vest is, but
Ja, hvem skulle ha trodd at rockens siste opprør, black metal-miljøet, skulle bli så stuerene at de fikk Spellemannsprisnominasjoner? Ikke jeg i hvert fall.
she looks extremely uncomfortable.
I verdenstoppen når det gjelder heavy metal og hard rock, satanrock og black metal. Det er faktisk eneste sjangeren vi er bedre enn svenskene i nå.
Og kveldens nominerte er
Covenant med platen Nexus Polaris.
It kills me who's nominated here. Fucking Dimmu Borgir.
Godless Savage Garden.
Why couldn't we have a fucking music award show like this in the United States?
Og Mundanes Imperium
What?
med platen The Spectral Spheres Coronation.
Det blir spennende å
And the winner of the Darkness Award is
Skal vi se hvem som vinner. Vanskelig. Og vinnerne er Covenant.
Covenant wins, and this is what they look like when they're not on stage. Now, this is a classy event.
Polaris har spilt inn i Tyskland. Bandet beskriver musikken sin som aggressiv, atmosfærisk og orkestral, men likevel lett å lytte til.
She's like, "Don't touch me,
Hei,
motherfucker."
hei, alle sammen.
Beer in hand,
Helt rørt i tårer.
very important.
Der har vi den, da. Jeg vet ikke. Er det så spesielt å bli nominert til Spellemannprisen, eller?
He's like, "I don't want to talk. Leave me alone."
Take a bow. Ja, vi har egentlig ikke så veldig mye å se, egentlig. Hei, dere der oppe. Hva skal jeg si for noe? Vi kan takke ikke selskapet vårt, egentlig. Eller jo, vi burde vel kanskje det. For at vi får lov å bo på Plaza. Og for alle pengene vi vil til å kjøpe masse øl. Og så skal vi egentlig takke oss selv. For vi har vært ganske late, egentlig. Det er derfor dere egentlig ikke har hørt om oss. Det er rart at vi egentlig vant. Så jeg vet ikke, det var vel kanskje egentlig bare alt. Og kanskje vi ses neste gang. Takk for den.
So, my favorite part of this, because it is still absolutely beyond me that there is a country that would actually nominate black metal bands for an award, because you would never see that here in the United States. So A, I just thought it would be cool to show everybody that, and B, Hellhammer had me dying because he looks like he doesn't even want to be up there. Like, he's just standing off to the side, like, hurry up, fuckers. But they had to be drunk. According to the article, they've definitely been doing some heavy drinking. And the guy who's still in corpse paint and shirtless and all that good stuff apparently just played with Dimmu Borgir on the show moments ago. So he didn't even have a chance to look, regular.
Yeah, I was wondering why he was the only one in corpse paint.
Yeah. So I'm like, damn, you pulled him up right after he got done, trying to raise Satan on stage. And now you're asking him to talk. You don't want to say shit. He's like, I'm the only motherfucker up here looking like a half-dead whore.
No, he said, "Hail Satan."
I mean, that video reminds me of a way cooler version of when Guns N' Roses back on the Grammys accepted their first Best New Hard Rock Band Award for Appetite for Destruction. Because, Slash was up there, cigarette in hand, just, drunk as a motherfucking skunk, slurring his speech. I thought that was the shit. Watching that right there, I was like, man, why can't we have that? Why can't we have that in this country? I got a feel for the person that had to say who the winner was, because she looked so fucking uncomfortable. Just next to the dude in the fucking motorcycle vest. So
Yeah.
but yeah, that's probably what you would get if you had a bunch of fucking extreme metal bands in a category on live national TV. So, man, I don't know these videos, and there's so many more of them out there, guys. Everybody out there in Black Flame Land, if you want to see some seriously funny ass shit, YouTube is full of it. Metal Injection, metalsucks.net, all of them, have these moments that they're able to find funny shit that metal bands do, like all different types. But when you think of black metal, and that's why we decided to do it all black metal tonight, they're like supposed to be the darkness of the dark, the evil. And then you see a bath tumble down the fucking hill like he's, fucking Sergeant Pepper on drugs, like, here I come leading the charge, and down he goes. It just goes to show you that those that take themselves so fucking seriously have probably more funnier moments than anybody else in the business. What is your take on all this craziness, Hoofbeast?
Well, I know that good videos do exist. There's a lot of good ones out there, but I'm glad they found these. Like, this is awful. But it goes in line with like black metal among metal musicians. Many of the bands have the reputation for not being able to play at all. And these are kind of like, they can't play one, and they have no artistic direction. They have no artistic governor guiding them at all. It's just
it's like, if you are the indie of the indiest of the underground band that's not even signed, guys, you can get a professional video without looking like you did it in Uncle Arnie's fucking backyard or your local, forest. That's what kind of killed me. And then I'm like, if their music was at least good, I mean, they got half a chance. But damn it, that D&D group with, Jabba the Slut leading the charge with those two fucking knives. I guess he thought that was the epitome of badassery. He didn't pull it off. I felt horrible for him, and I would suggest Jenny fucking Craig for him. And then they don't even think their drummer's cool enough to be in the video. They had to stick him behind an old, like, pre-90s computer screen, because that was one of them big motherfuckers before they ever created the thin screens. Have him to put his face behind it, and the only thing he was allowed to have was a pair of drumsticks and his arms. That's it. What was that fucking 1980s movie that was so popular? He was the robot that everybody loved because I have a soul, I have a heart, before Wall-E.
Yeah.
Wasn't he known as J5?
Yeah, number 5 alive.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I got from that video alone. And just because you have some cool fucking wristbands on and a little bit of white corpse paint and a little bit of black here and there doesn't make you evil. No one's buying it. You can jump onto a million dead roads and you're still going to be the epitome of suckery. But what was even funnier, though, was some staple fucking bands. That Immortal video was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that had to be from 1991.
I mean, that's fine, but they still could have done something better than what they gave us. The coolest thing there was the dude was blowing fire out of a torch. That's great. But you're in broad daylight, so guess what? It looks stupid.
Yeah.
And they found some, abandoned, cement structure that looked a little gothic, and they were probably just trying to bet on the fact that they wouldn't get caught for trespassing.
Yeah, I was going to shoot footage for a video. There's a super creepy house on the way up to Greenville, South Carolina, and they're demolishing the damn thing.
Oh shit, that sucks.
It had all kinds of briars in the front, and you could still see the front. You could see the upstairs window. Like, I was going to do some shit, like put a light up in there and have it backlit and have some dark figure kind of in the window. And of course, I was going to shoot it at nighttime.
Night is key, people. I mean, not everyone has the technological ability to create what they're really hoping to do, and everyone always wants to like go for that real feel. I mean, I think most Norwegian black metal bands, especially like the underground guys, they want to try to go for as much of their, forbidden forests. They're all spooky looking. That's true, but in the daylight, they're gorgeous. Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you're like doing a that one fucking Immortal video, they could have had some like sacrificial scene going on stone. If you're in the daylight, do like you're pretending to sacrifice a pretty virgin girl or something, that would have saved it.
Well, that's what Satyricon did in Mother North in their video. I think it was 96 or 97.
I'm gonna have to check that out because every movement they made, they had to do the ever so famous I'm spooky. Guess what? No, you're not. Grimace is spookier than you. Man, all right. Hopefully, we have turned your Monday around. The comment section, you guys are fucking awesome as always. Really appreciate y'all. We are back on track schedule-wise every Monday. You got us two motherfuckers delivering. Who knows what the hell we're going to come up with. But this time, I really felt that we all needed some humor. We're in the midst of a retrograde yet again, which means a lot of things are going wrong for a lot of people. So the best medicine is the gift of laughter, even coming from the devil's den. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. It's been a fucking blast. Definitely tune in tomorrow night as I will sit down with writer-director Will Colazzo, famous director for Camp Blood and the Bloody Nun trilogy. You're going to love it. It's a wonderful piece of Carnage candy. As I said, they're on Tubi, a free app that you don't have to buy the movie. Watch it and bring your questions tomorrow night. And then, of course, this Wednesday, you guessed it, my good buddy, Magister Bill M. from the Church of Satan is coming back for his second term here at the Underground with some hilarious, crazy, fucked up world that he has to deal with in terms of Twitter messages from all kinds of people. It's going to be fucking hilarious. We're going to have a whole slideshow. It's great. And all the rest of the great programming this week. So as you're laying it down, thinking about, I got to get up and do the grind again tomorrow. Don't fret, because the vision of big old Abath rolling down a fucking hill is in your mind for the next 48 to 72 hours. But the most important thing is when the boss says, hey, do your job. Always, most importantly, you got to tell them, stay heavy.
All residents, go in and stay in your houses. Drive the rats in the tank area.